Lukewarm reception review. All right, now I'm going to kick it over to the man here, JM the Thriller Priest.
It's like warm beer.
Like it's not quite a Pabst Blue Ribbon, but it's
a Rolling Rock Lights. it's shitty beer.
It's the champagne affairs, if you will.
Champagne.
All right, but you've got the lowdown on not one, not two, but three wrestling events.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Miller High Life, champagne of beers, $5 for a 6-pack. You know what I mean?
All right,
you get your money's worth.
The champagne of toilet wines. All
right, so I'm gonna give you the down and dirty. First off, this is pretty much jam-packed week for pro wrestling. It's pretty interesting how it panned out. So, Ring of Honor's War of the Worlds UK Liverpool edition. So, Ring of Honor's been doing a great connection with New Japan, and so this is one of their latest installments. Honestly, I found this by accident. I mean, this joint was $20 on the Fight app. I said, let me get this. Let's roll with it. So I'm gonna highlight a couple of matches. One, Hangman Page went up against Kenny King. King of the Night, Kenny King. First off, for some of you may not even know who Kenny King is, former 2-time X Division champion in TNA. But some of the newer viewers, some of the newer listeners,
I thought that was Evelyn Champagne King, no?
Nah, no relation.
Okay, all right.
Not that I know of. Kenny King was on The Bachelorette.
That's my great grandmama's next door neighbor.
Shame. I don't even know if she sings that one.
Yeah, that was
her. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, she sung whatever hot song back then. It was her. But anyway, Kenny King, who finished 9th in The Bachelorette. A lot of folks got a lot of love for him. It was a good bump for him. Honestly, the shorty, she ain't all that attractive. She should have picked Kenny King, but it's what it is. So Kenny King coming back, scrapping, did a great job against Hangman Page, won his match, which is really good to see Kenny King back in the ring, just doing his thing. So I'm very happy when it comes to that. All right, the Young Bucks. Excuse me, your boy's a little under the weather, so I'm gonna try not to do that as much as sniff into the mic.
I'm gonna get you a handkerchief. Yo,
I need a little something.
I'm gonna tell you something about.
Yeah, have me do the old man cough.
Hit him with the
You can just use me doing this as your sound effect for the beginning of the show, P.
No, that's all okay. No, I noticed now we have a lot of fun. Herb's over there like, man, I gotta clean off these mics.
He really is like this. I'm like, come on, Herb, the show before us. Come on, bro. I'm like dancing in beer. All right.
I'm wondering, have those cats done a sober show all season?
Never. Come on, Herb. You know that. Them jokers are beat red when they walk out of here. Don't get me wrong. I love those guys on the show. They're real cool. But every time they walk out, their face is beat red. They keep calling us like the Geek Squad. Every time we see them, what's up, Geek Squad? I'm like, you know what, buddy? I'm going to give you a pass. Because I know you got a couple of beers in you. All the time, Geek Squad! And P, you're just so gracious with them. They always dap you. What's up, Geek Squad?
The least I can do, man. I don't know what they packing. I don't mess with no crazy dudes from Southie coming in here like, yo, man, you didn't give me that fist bump, bro.
There was a couple of knives up there
can't
before.
Help but notice, like, it's like, why is the boy locking the door behind him? Like, what's going on there?
You stepping over PBR cans.
It's like you gonna drink this natty ice, so we have a problem. That's not a question.
We got nothing but love for our folks who do the shows here, man.
Yeah, they
for
are.
real, though, they are.
When he come back in the studio, like, we heard what you said.
We heard what you said.
We was listening.
I'm the one who's always early, so I'm looking at me first. That'd be the day I come in late. I'll be coming at 9:15 that day.
Gotta shake me out of rolled up PBR cans. Gotta fold in that crunch.
Oh, man.
You guys, blue ribbon, motherfucker. Blue ribbon.
Speaking of crazy white guys, the Young Bucks went up against the Addiction. It was a great move for them.
All right, sorry. I'll stop.
Man. Go ahead. It was a great match between the Bucks and the Addiction. Just awesome. It was great to see Christopher Daniels, even though he dropped his world title, for him to get right back into the title hunt against the Bucks. And the Young Bucks just do what the Young Bucks do. I mean, they're arguably the greatest tag team running around here in all of pro wrestling. It's quite arguable, quite debatable. It's to the point where I can honestly say they probably are. They're amazing match. They hit the Meltzer driver and the Indie Taker driver. Awesome. Finally, Cody went up against Sonata. Sonata, who finished up really good in the G1 tournament, New Japan's top pay-per-view tournament, finished up really, really well to the point where it earned him a good title shot against Cody. And of course, Cody won. But the good part about Cody winning is that at the end, after Cody won, he straight called out Bryan Danielson, or for those of you WWE fans, Daniel Bryan, called him out. Mind you, Daniel Bryan called him out after Cody won the belt. Because Daniel Bryan is the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion, 15-month reign. So after Cody won the Ring of Honor title, Daniel Bryan goes, congratulations, you better not pass the I think it's like 400-something day mark. You better not pass the 495, whatever his day mark, because if you come close to that, I'm coming after you. So after he called out Cody,
hey, man, you better not cede.
Pretty much.
Sure.
It's like you succeed by winning this, but if you try to break my record, we're gonna have a problem. Which is awesome. So after that, Cody's just been trolling him. He's just trolling him doing his wrestling move, calling him out during matches. It's hilarious. So it's really good to see that this camaraderie amongst wrestlers in two different organizations who worked with each other in the past. It just makes wrestling fun for the true fans to see guys in different organizations calling shots with each other. And it's just awesome. So that's what it was.
I always figured that, the cats were friends behind the scenes. I mean, before like WWE started showing us, no, this is what happened behind the scenes. They jumped in the limo and hit him with a chair. It's like, no, but like when they're not on camera, these cats respect each other as like coworkers, and some of them are actually friends.
Absolutely, it just makes it great when you see that in a legitimate sense, especially when they start trolling each other on Facebook and Twitter. It's the funniest thing. It's the pettiest thing, but it's awesome when they do it. Always talking trash to each other. It's great. All right, so that's all I'm giving you about Ring of Honor's War of the Worlds. Oh, but also, at the end of that match, when Cody beat Sonata, he called out Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. Dalton Castle came up and challenged him to a title match, which is great for Castle, because Castle's on that cusp of becoming a singles champion at some point. So, I mean, I know I believe he had the TV belt that he dropped it. I can't remember, or maybe he just got it. Can't remember, but it's still a good look for him to be in that title hunt, especially to get into a series with Cody. Great look for him. All right, NXT Takeover. Highlights from that. One, Cien Almas looked amazing. This is the one Latino dude they got from CMLL who I've been complaining that they haven't been utilizing well. If you listen to past shows, once again, Geek Down on Instagram, Geek Down on iTunes, whole 9 yards, you'll be able to hear me complain about that, about how I felt Cien Almas was not getting a push. I'm damn happy that Cien Almas walked away with this win against Johnny Wrestling. Or Johnny Gargano. It was a great win for him. He looked amazing. It was even though it was kind of a shoddy win, but it was still a win nevertheless. And he looked great doing it.
Pull a cheap shot, hit him in the knee with like a kendo stick. What's going on?
No, what ended up happening was a new valet, Zelina Vega. She threw in a shirt. The shirt was the T-shirt from Gargano's old tag team. Because Gargano's on a singles run now, but he still has feelings hurt because him and his tag team partner got into it real bad. His tag team partner injured him. But at some point, they're going to have them mash up and end up fighting each other. So what she did, she threw the T-shirt at him of their old tag team. Kind of like throwing a little salt in the wound. And of course, he kind of freaks out looking at the shirt. And Cien Almas catches him and wins. Awesome win.
You know what that sounds like? You ever seen those clips of like the random I won't say lower tier, but the lesser known wrestling leagues where they have gimmicks that go so far beyond the wildest stuff we think WWE would have. And I mean, I'm talking like the wrestling match where they're doing hypnosis and I point my fingers and I'm controlling him with the mind. This sounds like she threw a T-shirt and like crushed his spirit mid-match.
She did. Crush his spirit at the end of the match. You see him just drop and Almas took advantage. It was great. You're right.
He's like going in for a finishing move.
He was. And he sees his shirt.
Sees this T-shirt.
No. Like it really was.
The lights in the stadium go red. and like sad music starts to play. The sprinklers go off, mimicking rain.
That's what I mean. Honestly, that's what it put me in, fam. It put me in. I was like, damn, son. Oh, that hurts, man. That hurts. Then he got it. That was what it was. So it was a good look. My favorite win of the night. Sanity wins the tag title, man. I've been waiting for this for forever. Sanity, Alexander Wolf, and Eric Young. Eric Young from TNA days. Y'all should know him by now. It was a great win for them. Right. I mean, they need a title run. It was great for them to become tag team champions. And I'm hoping they do the Freebird rule like the New Day has been doing, where you got one guy, you got 3 guys, and any 2 guys will be the ones fighting for it. Because when the match started, it was Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane, the really 2 big guys who were on the apron. And out of nowhere, Alexander Wolf was fighting. Out of nowhere, Eric Young slides into the match. I was fighting. People are like, what the hell's going on? Out of nowhere, he's the guy. It just made it look like it was him and Killian Dane, but it wasn't Killian Dane. Fake out out of nowhere, and then they end up winning the match and getting the belt. So it's just great. And shout out to Nikki Cross, because Nikki Cross took a great bump that night too. And Nikki Cross, man, if they don't give her a belt, I don't know what the hell's going on, because she should be women's champion at some point real soon. Excuse me, all jacked up. Told you to deal with me.
Can I get you a lozenge, brother?
Nah, I think I'm all right for now.
The Geek Down, sponsored by Halls.
Yeah, for real. Let's get that sponsorship, man. Get these bills paid. Aleister Blackwater begins Hideo Itami. Good match overall, but the only reason I'm mentioning it because it was the dream match. It was a dream commentary team for anyone who's a pro wrestling fan. Jim Ross came out to commentate this match
Oh, no.
with Ronaldo. I'm always shocked at that joker's name.
Ronaldo Ray. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mauro Ronaldo and JR. And these are probably the top greatest commentators in pro wrestling history. Mauro right now.
The combo of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh, yeah. And Gorilla Monsoon.
Exactly.
Of course. I would say now, currently, Jim Ross, in terms of play-by-play, Jim Ross probably the best play-by-play man that ever grabbed the microphone. Mm-hmm. And I would say Mauro's right in that same league. To the point where, my wife and I were talking about 2 weeks ago how Mauro did the Bellator match a couple weeks ago. He commentated Bellator. Like, that joker is good. Like, he's known in in Canada as a hockey commentator. Guy just knows his stuff. Side note, mind you, this guy was dropping Cardi B. Like, who references Cardi B? You know what I mean? During a wrestling match. He referenced Biggie Smalls. He referenced Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. Like, you said here, like, hold on, what's this white Canadian guy knowing? But, like, during the match, he'd be like,
do not refute the hood pass, okay?
He gets a hood pass. When he sits here and goes, as Ember Moon's just like Cardi B, she's all about, she all about that money or something like that. I'm sitting here like, hold on, what? Did he just reference Cardi B? Cool.
I wouldn't put it past him. You know how many curveballs I've been thrown the past month? I saw the Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart show. Martha Stewart's down. I didn't know this.
Where you
news to me, so nothing surprises me anymore.
When they made croissants together, right? When Martha Stewart and Snoop made croissants together, I seen that a minute ago. That was awesome, dude.
50 Cent's on the sucker. Herb, have you seen this?
I have not.
50 Cent's on there making pizza dough, and Snoop's on there talking about, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rub my fingers deep into this dough. I'm gonna make sure it gets nice and slippery.
I don't think I want to watch it anymore.
It's like
it's awesome, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
I watched until I needed a cigarette, man. It was a special show. Okay, so what I'm saying is you can never be too surprised by who's down.
True, you're right. You're right. I was just highly impressed. All right, Asuka went up against Ember Moon. Asuka won. It is what it is. I felt as if Ember Moon should have took it, but it's what it is. Drew McIntyre got the championship for Bobby Roode. The part about that made it awesome was not even that Drew McIntyre beat Bobby Roode. It was the fact that my man Adam Cole made his debut. It was to the point where as soon as I turned on the TV, during the pre-show, folks were screaming, Adam Cole, baby! Like, in the background. Because everybody saw him. People been following this dude because he stopped his Ring of Honor contract. It's been a couple of months since he hasn't had a contract in place. Mm-hmm. We knew he was going to sign to NXT. But it was like, when's this guy coming? And people have been stalking him. So there's folks taking pictures throwing on Instagram. Adam Cole's at the airport. That means he's going to be at NXT TakeOver. And he showed up. It really was, man. Adam Cole is that dude. There's one of those sort of things.
He's a Bigfoot of WWE.
I don't want to say that, but I mean, he's that dude in terms of top prospect. I mean, he's a young dude. He's only like 27 or something like that. Young guy who has a great career in front of him. Adam Cole is top notch. So we've been looking for him forever. So we're very happy for him to jump in there and get a good run. Took out Drew McIntyre with the help of Red Dragon, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, jumped in. So it's really good to see these 3 Ring of Honor guys, distinctly Ring of Honor guys, be put to a top level like that. Not having their name changed, because the other Ring of Honor guys, who I'll talk about in a minute for SummerSlam, they all got their names changed. But these 3 guys kept their names, and they're doing it. And I think most people there knew who they were. But others, a couple WWE fans that had no idea who Adam Cole was. But the true wrestling fans, once again, wrestling fans, not WWE fans, knew exactly who Adam Cole was. And he got the pop.
Because I remember when Shane McMahon had to change his name from the French Tickler. So, it was like, it was a hard day.
Shane O'Mac still doing the dance. All right, let's get to it. SummerSlam 2017. I'm not going to tell you all the winners. Just go watch if you want to watch the winners. I'm going to give you the things that stuck out for me. 1, I'm still heated at the fact that they keep putting title matches at the kickoff show. Like, stop calling it the kickoff show. We went over this before, and I'm going to rant on it again. I'm tired of this, man. If you want the show to start at 5, tell me the show starts at 5. If the show's going to run from 5 to 11, that's how long the show is. Don't tell me this is the kickoff show. From 5 to 7, we're just going to be talking trash. We're going to sneak 2 title matches in there, but the real show starts at 7. So you're trying to tell me that these other freaking matches don't matter, but you have title matches. 2 title matches.
You know what?
Like NXT. No, hold on. I'm in my rant in a minute.
You want to.
I gotta let it go.
Roll, my brother.
Peep it. New Japan Pro Wrestling tells you our pay-per-views are 5 hours long. So I know when I turn on New Japan, I'm seeing straight wrestling from bell to bell. What WWE does is tune in for a kickoff show where it's a lot of pontificate, a lot of people talking trash, them talking to the WWE universe. I don't want to hear that garbage. And out of nowhere, they slide in 2 championship matches. So when you advertise the real event starting at 7, why am I going to tune in at 6:30? Well, I'm gonna do that. If you told me the event starts at 7, but if I tune in at 7, I already missed two World Championship matches, which is what happened. So the Usos end up beating the New Day, which they spent a lot of time building this up. I mean, they had Wale compete, do a rap battle with him. You know what I mean? Wale. You know what I mean? Which was a pretty good one. Yeah. So Wale and the Usos in the New Day did a rap battle. Great rap battle.
The Usos were involved.
Yes, it was the Usos went up against the New Day with Wale being the judge.
It
was awesome, dude. It was hilarious.
That's like Kendrick Lamar facing off against what's his name? James Corbin.
It wasn't a face-off. He was the judge of these two wrestlers going at it back and forth. It was really good. I mean, it was hilarious to the point where them jokers were trying to keep a straight face, and they went there, man. It was really good. So check it out. That's the July 4th edition of Monday Night Raw, if you want to, of SmackDown, if you want to catch that. But any event, they poured so much energy and time into this beef that you turn around and put that title match during the pre-show. Like, what are you doing? As well as the Cruiserweight Championship was also decided during that pre-show. Doesn't make sense. I'm a little mad about that. But props to the Usos for getting their belts back, beating the New Day. All right. Kevin Owens went up against AJ Styles. The thing that I loved about this match, I mean, you know the constants. Kevin Owens could fight. Great wrestler. We all know this. Mr. Wrestling. We know this. And AJ Styles, in my opinion, I think he's probably one of the best Japanese-trained wrestlers.
Yeah, my favorite Backstreet Boy.
Absolutely. I would say he's better. I honestly say he's better at the Japanese style than Nakamura. I will go far as say that. And Tommy. Folks get a little heat at me. If you get heated, you know you email. Pat would say at the end where to email me. Tell me your hate mail. But I think AJ Styles is probably one of the best Japanese style wrestlers. Him and Asuka on the whole roster. But in any event, AJ Styles did a damn good match with Kevin Owens. But the thing that sticks out to me is Kevin Owens' trash talk is just at the pinnacle. I think he has the best in-ring trash talk versus anybody today. This Joker screamed, "Who's phenomenal now?" as he's beating up phenomenal AJ Styles. Mind you, Shane McMahon is doing the counting for the match. He's the ref, right? Okay. So he screams to Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon does a 1, 2 count, and then the count, and AJ Styles kicks out. Owens looks as Shane McMahon screams at him, "You hit my head!" when he was counting. That was you. That's bad placement on your part. Like, what? Who yells that to the ref?
He's calling him out. He's like, you don't understand the techniques and the proper Paul says you have to be over here. I need 17 inches.
It was hilarious. And he screams at Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon gets bumped and he falls, flopping all over the place.
Your shirt is buttoned sloppily.
It was hilarious. Sounding like Jay-Z did. He screams to the boy. So Owens once again, they fight. Owens knocks over Shane, or maybe AJ Styles knocks over Shane. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But Owens goes for the pin. Shane takes forever to get to do the count. 1, 2. AJ Styles kicks out. Owens then screams at Shane, "You fall off of buildings. You get back up. How you not gonna get up off of that bump? Like, where were you? I beat him." And it's just comedy. Of course, he's screaming at the audience too. That was 3, and you know that was 3. It was just like top villainy. It's just like, this is what I'm talking about.
The audience, man. How many times are you sitting there? What's this dude? What's his problem? 1, 2. Oh, I got a hangnail. Hold on, let me finish some dumbness.
It was like awesome. It was just top notch.
They're so easily distracted.
Talking.
1, 2. Hey, audience, stop yelling. I'm not done counting to 3 yet.
It was great. I mean, Styles retained the belt. Good for him. But it was great. Overall, it was great. Roman Reigns in the World Championship match. Honestly, this is probably one of the few times you hear me say this. Roman Reigns got screwed. Roman Reigns should have been champion. Roman Reigns should have won that belt. The fact that we all know that Lesnar's in a beef right now with John Jones. We know that Floyd Mayweather is going to fight Conor McGregor on Sunday, and that's going to be a big draw. We know that folks are watching how well that draws to see whether or not Lesnar and John Jones will have that draw. The fact that the stipulation of this match is that if Lesnar loses, he'll leave WWE, which would be a great exit for him to go right back into MMA. We know that he's went to the athletic commission or for him to get tested or for him to fight in MMA again. It was assumed that he would drop the title. The fact that he didn't drop the title, especially to Reigns, because the way the match was going, looked like Reigns had it, is pretty messed up. Because at this point, I'm like, okay, it's a great swerve, but we all know what's going to happen. He's going to drop the belt to somebody who he probably should be dropping it to, and it just is what it is. So I feel that Roman Reigns got screwed on that one. He should have been champion. And finally, the highlight for me for the entire pay-per-view is the fact that Natalya Neidhart won her title. first title in 6 years. The reason why that's important is 1, she's 35. 2, she has a muscular build. 3, she doesn't wear skimpy outfits. 4, she's a third-generation wrestler. Trained by Bret Hart, Owen Hart, her daddy, Jimmy Anvil Neidhart. First third-generation female wrestler. The only female to graduate from the Hart family dungeon. I say that to say this. The problem I feel sometimes with women's pro wrestling is the fact that we objectify them. We have them get breast implants. They get long, crappy weave in their hair. They put way too much makeup on. They put fake eyelashes on. We got a woman who and they're always usually in their early or mid-20s. For a woman to be my age, to be trained in this way, who doesn't show off her body, who fought and she scratched and clawed her way, for her to be rewarded for the title is something that's amazing. So actually, kudos to WWE for actually making that happen, because that woman deserved it. And I say she's pound for pound probably the best wrestler on their roster. So for me, the highlight of the entire SummerSlam is Natty Neidhart getting that championship, and that's all I got.
Nice. All right, thank you very much, brother.
No doubt.
Now, like the man said, if you have that hate mail you want to spew at him,
Yep, go ahead, bring it.
Hit us
Bring
up
it.
at geekdownradio@gmail.com. Let them know what you really think.
You can say subject line Thriller Priest. Bring it.
All right, man. Don't call out the haters, man. Have you learned nothing? This is the internet. All right, never read the comments. I promise you. All right, we're running really low on time, so I got to be a little quick with.